week, you come out and only score 10 points and then 34 in the second half. You know, what was with the slow start, and what did you say to the team?
I'll
what
deposit
did
the
they
question
do?
right off the start.
And what did you do to have such a great second half?
Bit. We had a couple calls that would go against us, and we, had a long touchdown run by Zach that got called back. Had a touchdown to Cam that got called back. So it was just, get on the right page. So, we felt confident when we went in at halftime. There weren't a lot of adjustments. It was just, we got to play our game, and I think all three phases really played their game in the second half.
Like you got a drenching there. When did the players do that, or
we do that after every game we win.
I don't remember ever seeing you with the drench.
Take a look at some pictures and some other ones. It's the same thing. They throw water on everybody.
Never brought a towel.
That's awesome. What's that?
You definitely never brought a towel in there.
Yeah, because I wasn't sanitary before. I apologize. Now I'm being sanitary. So.
All right. Well, you guys are now bowl eligible. What does that mean to get to that point?
Yeah, I'm just happy for our players. They love each other and we love them. It's a really close-knit group, and we get to play. We're not done at the end of the season. We get to play one more game, so we'll talk about it a little bit on Monday when we get back with these guys. But we actually didn't talk about it at all in the locker room. They have their own little routine after games. It's pretty fun, so I didn't want to screw around with that. So
you scored on 37 consecutive points. What changed?
I think we just, again, like I said, we were off a little bit. We had two big penalties that took away huge gains for us. The long run by Zach and then the play by Cam. But we felt confident we could move the ball pretty good. In the first half, and if we just settle down and stay out of the penalty deal, we felt like we'd be good. So then we had a couple times in the first half. I think we had some unblocked guys coming to the quarterback, but we got to be under control. We knew he was an athletic kid. He can move around a little bit. I think we did a better job at containing him in the second half. So credit to our guys for responding. And then we had the huge kicking game deal. When we talk about how the kicking game can really influence things. I thought we were close in kickoff return today. We were about one guy. I thought Kaz really hit some things today. And then our guys did a great job, and I thought Kyle did a really good job on that punt return. So.
By our clock, you only used 12 minutes of your halftime. Was that intentional? Did you not have as much to say to the team? Did you want to get them back out on the field?
No, we do that every week. We're always the first team out on the field, and we have the same routine every single week. So.
The first team back out on the field, but this was shorter than usual.
Congratulations, I guess. I don't know, I was going to go for that.
All right.
So we make our adjustments. We know when we got to go, and we want to get back out. This team likes to play, so not a lot of talking. Well done is better than well said. So we live by that.
Hey, Coach, how do you feel about being able to do this, get bowl eligible for these seniors, these guys that came here, started this journey?
Yeah, I think it's awesome for those guys. And the fact that they get to play in another game. And the great part about this sport is what you earn. And they've earned it. So it's I'm very proud of them in terms of what they've done. But we're not done. We still have 2 regular season games to go. And they're really important games for us. So our focus and attention when we come back on Monday, we'll do the same exact thing. We do the same thing during the week. We prepare during the week. We compete on Saturdays, and then we learn. So we'll go back over the tape and we'll learn, and then we'll start our preparation for our next opponent.
Coach, what can you say about Dorian, maybe his confidence overall? Because after that interception, he really succeeded pretty much everywhere, throwing the ball and running the ball, evading pass rush, all that.
Yeah, Dorian's an awfully confident young man, and deservedly so. He's worked so hard at it. I've said it before, I don't know if I've been around a tougher kid than him, what he's been through so far this year. And the ball just sailed on him a little bit, but that happens. And so our whole mindset is, so what, now what? Let's move on to the next play. And he really epitomized that. I thought he played outstanding today. And we'll go back over the film and say, what can we help with some corrections and things like that. But, he was critical with his legs today, and he was critical throwing the ball, being able to push the ball down the field a little bit. So they started crowding the line of scrimmage a little bit in the first half, so we had to back him up a little bit, and I think he did a really good job with it.
And then the run defense after the Utah game, which wasn't great, and then you let up about 155 yards in the first half tonight, and then only 38 in the second. What did you change to kind of pick that up?
We didn't really much scheme-wise. We kind of stayed the same things. I thought we did a better job in our run fits. We did a better job tackling in the second half.
Chip, considering some of the struggles you've had in the second half in recent games, how much growth does it show to put together a second half like this?
Yeah, the good part for us is we put to bed anything that happened in the past, and we always live in the present. So there was never any talk about what happened in other games or other things, because every day is a different day. So, it's what's the next half? What do we have to do? And this group's unbelievable. They live in the present, and sometimes it's tough. It's tough for them at their age. You know, we preach that all the time, but they get bombarded from the outside, social media coverage about things that happened in the past. You can't do anything about things that happened in the past except learn from them. You know, so we're always going to try to stay in the present. It's challenging at times. It's challenging for all individuals at times. But if you want to live a happy life, you know, live in the present. Living in the past isn't a lot of fun, so we try to stay away from that.
And then just how much momentum does this give you going into the SC game next night?
Ben, you want to answer that one?
None.
Again, the same thing about living in the present. You know, if you think you can kick your feet up, hey, because we had a really good second half against Colorado, that's not what it's all about. You know, the challenges, you know, is always ahead of you, and that's the fun part about it. You know, we got a bunch of guys that are hungry. You know, and in their first comment a week ago, and I said this is when we came back. You know, during our improvement week, we didn't have a game. Is they wanted to play. You know, they were kind of pissed that we had a bye. You know, they wanted to play a game. You know, this team loves to compete, and we're fortunate that we got a big one coming up this week. So they're excited about the next opportunity, and that's kind of what we talk about all the time. You know, we'll learn from this because there's obviously some things that we'll see on film and tape, and we'll make some corrections as we get through Monday's training session, and then we got to start that preparation again. So we're excited about that. And the cool part is that we don't just have 2 games left now we have 3 games left. So and they deserve that. That's the cool part about the process is that they've earned it. You got to earn your opportunity to do that, and this group has. So that's what I'm really happy for those guys. So.
Kind of a follow up on that. Do you think that this securing bowl eligibility tonight removes a distraction at all from going into the SC game, or does that not matter?
I couldn't tell you that. That's a good question for them, but we didn't talk about it, so we didn't treat it as a distraction. At least that's how we present it to them. Now, obviously, they don't. They live lives themselves. They got phones, so they read everything. So, and if you're a college football player, you got to get the 6. So, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. We didn't notice anything from a practice standpoint. And it wasn't one of our marching deals. We play because we love to compete. We don't play, and I've said this before. The great thing about this game is we don't play for what you get from it. Is we play for what this game allows you to become, and that's what the process is all about for us, and that's what we'll continue to harp on.
Okay, thanks, Coach.